Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Myth-Busting Locksmith. Now, the myth I would like to bust today, and I would like to bust it wide open, is how you approach a broken key in a lock. First of all, I do not understand why most of the population know that locksmiths exist. Most know that they have many tools, and most know that they are highly skilled, especially all these people that seem to like breaking into vans and stealing tools. So knowing that locksmiths are out there, knowing they have a world of tools and that they are very highly skilled, I don't understand why when you break a key in a lock, which is a very simple thing to do, you have a guy come along with a drill like this and you think, oh goody, he's going to solve the problem. If you have a key that is broken in a lock, you have a small piece of metal wedged into a hole and then snapped. If you use a drill on the hole, it is going to make the hole smaller, it is going to pinch the key tighter, it is not going to get out of your lock. What it is going to do is cause a need to buy a new lock and new keys, and they are going to end up giving you a massive bill after having completely destroyed your lock when they do not need to. You do not need a drill when drilling a lock. So let's move it out of the picture. Right, in comes vice. What you do need if you're a proper locksmith is an array of tools like this. And I have in here for you an array of spikes. Now, going through the toolkit that I have, if I'm coming to remove a broken key from a lock, is I have these. As you can see, they are all fairly spiky. They have different tips on them, and they are very good for getting into keyholes and keyways, for example, straight like this, and they are very good at being able to catch an imperfection to pull out the key from the lock. I have done a very short and simple version of this video, and if you scroll down you'll find it, and I literally get two of these and I go in one side, in the other, pop it out, in it comes, there we go, job done. It's a short video, it was edited from a longer video, and the sound quality is not great, so I wanted to do another one to explain better. Now, the next thing your locksmith should appear to have with him is tweezers, and I, as you can see here, have a varied selection of tweezers, and we will go through them one by one. Now, what we have here first is we have ones with a flat, if you can see this, a flat tip. Admittedly, they did come from somewhere like the Body Shop, but they're a bit fancy. They have a flat tip and they are good for gripping keys. These, as you can see, have a smaller but still flat tip. These are bent at the end, so they have a very distinctive and a very specific shape. These are very needle point at the end and also very useful, and these ones, as you can see, are curved, so good for getting in and down or up and in. So already we have 1, 2, 3, we have 5 pairs of tweezers. The next things we have in the box is literally a series of spikes. Now, I call this my dental kit because it looks like I have just robbed the dentist, but as you can see by these, you have an array of a right angle, a slightly curved right angle, something that definitely come from the dentist, that looks like he's picking stuff out of your teeth, and a plain spike. Now, these, in context, are also very useful for attacking a broken key in the lock. Now, beyond that, of course, we have these, and going through just some of them for you, we have ones with a flat tip, we have ones with a pointed rounded tip, we have ones with a longer pointed tip. I'm going through this quickly because there are many. We have one here, it's not clear to see, but it has a flat edge and it has a bent edge, and the idea is it clips like this, so it would slide in your lock and this will go grip on the key and you could pull it out, because the force of this on little tiny handles like this would be immense, and it would be very easy to get a grip of a broken piece of metal. Now, as you can see, these are bent at the end, very useful. And what else do we have for you? And we have these where they are rounded here and they're flat here. This is a flat edge here, so they are very sharp and pincery for getting right at the edge of a broken key. Now, having shown you all of these, and there are still more that I haven't shown you, but you can see them here, I have not appeared with a drill. I have not gone, oh no, you've broken your key in your lock, we're going to have to drill it. If you've broken a key in a lock, you do not have to drill it, and I am coming back to this point. So, as seems tradition in YouTube, everybody likes a practical demonstration. So we're going to come to that shortly. But last but not least, what I wanted to show you was I have, if I can get them out of the box, I have long spikes here. I have a little homemade tool here. And I have many of these, which I'm going to not poke myself with, map pins. Don't know the best way of showing you this. There we are. How's that? So you've got a big handle that I can hold with my fingertips, and you've got a tiny little point on the end. So for getting in and popping out broken keys, these are invaluable because you can grip it tight, push the pin in, pop it out. As I say, there is another video on YouTube, so go and have a look at that one, and it shows literally pin goes in, pops like this, out comes a broken key, job's all good. But as I said, you like practical demonstrations. So I have 4 locks here, and I'm going to demonstrate on 3 of them for you, but the 4th one I'm not going to demonstrate on. This is a dimple. If I show you right up there, there's a dimple lock. And the reason I am not showing you how to get a broken key out of this one, although I can do, is because it is very thick key. And the likelihood of you breaking that key in that lock is very slim. And if you think you can, well, they're very expensive locks, so I would suggest you didn't. So, as you can see, a fully working, functioning lock with 3 keys, and the keys look like this. So, what I always say to people is if you cannot do with 2 fingers on your key what you want to achieve with your key, then stop, because something is going to snap or bend or cause damage somewhere else. So, as you like the practical demonstrations, maybe I should take this off first, I am going to break in turn 3 keys in 3 locks. Just to see how we get them out. Right, I want something grippy. Okay, so the first one we are going to do is we're going to go right down the end, and we are literally going to snap it off. Oh no, I've broken my key in my lock. So as you can see, this is broken at the end. Now this is completely random, and on this occasion we can actually see that you could almost get this out with fingernails, but you can't. So what you now have is a broken key and a lock with a little bit sticking out. So with these, this should be quite a simple task. So as you can see, the lock still turns, so you would in fact be able to unlock the house and get yourself in safely. Now this is quite useful, proving that this is trickier than I thought, but this is a live demonstration, so at least we can see it is not faked. Okay, as you can see, not easy as I thought. Okay, bit of a tricky bugger, so we will pause on this one for a minute, as I seem to have scuppered myself, ironically. So, bear in mind, if this was in a door, it would be easier. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but I have managed to get the broken key out of the lock. Now, I grant you I was holding it like this. If this was in a door, it would be easier to do because I could literally rest my hand on top and I could get to this part and I could twist it round and I could pop it out. But as you can see, I was holding it like this. It makes no difference. If the door was there, it would be held in the door like that. So I would just pull it like this. But as you can see, it has come out and shot over there somewhere. So that's the first key, broken key out the lock. Not my best time, but there we are. Right, so let's have another go. Now, the first one, we twisted. The first one we twisted the. We twisted the key. So this one we are just going to snap straight round. And let's hope it doesn't take so long. Right, so here I come. Oh no. Right, we have to make sure that the mechanism is working, or the lock is working, because otherwise it's not going to be realistic. Right, so the key turns in the lock and they come home and somehow, I'm going to use these, you don't twist it, but you simply go, somehow you've broken your key in the lock. Now, I was quite lucky with this one because the way that you've broken it, you can see here, you can pull it straight out and there you have it. So, let's not make it too easy. Let's put it back in. Now, as you can see, it is still in. Now, this is a genuine setup because although you will not have pliers with you, you will twist it like this. And we twisted the first one, it broke, it came out. This one, we literally snapped it like this. And so the way that it is broken, it is sticking slightly out the lock. So it is quite easy to pull out. Now, as this is a live video, I can't really fake these. So I can only break them in ways that you would. So, on to our third one. And I will see if I can break it nearer the lock. Right, so the lock is twisting all the way around. Now, I don't know how people break keys in locks. I don't actually have the strength, but if we are doing it like this, because you are leaning on something or you have opened the door, there we are. Right, that's a good break. Okay, now the first one we twisted. The second time we got pliers and we simply went like this and snapped it out. This one, it's the other side, I put like this and I put pressure on like this to literally bend it round. So as you can see, I have broken it here and it is squarely in the lock here and it is barely sticking out. Now, this is a perfect example of if somebody opens a door or somebody walks past it like that, poof, and they break it. And I have a lot of these at work. So this will be a very tricky one, but it is good to demonstrate breaking a key in 3 different ways and how you get the key out the lock. So let's hope this doesn't take as long as the other ones took. And actually, with these pins, I can still just about turn the lock around.